When were you born first?
1937.
1937. And you're a Johnston
I'm
with
a
a T.
Johnston with a T.
How many in your family? Some of this he may already have from Dean, but I'm just going to get it on anyway that he can use whatever. And there are 8 of you. Now, everybody played music in the family.
A little bit, yeah.
Go down from the top, the different members. If
Okay,
you
Dean's the oldest one. He fiddles a little bit. Don plays guitar and fiddles. And then there's Bud, plays a upright bass. And Maxine is one of my older sisters. She plays guitar a little bit. And I have another sister named Thelma and plays guitar a little bit. I got a brother named Galen that used to play quite a bit till he was hurt in an accident and he kind of quit playing. And I got a sister, Connie, just older than myself. And she plays guitar pretty good. And I'm Gary.
And you play fiddle and guitar and mandolin too,
yeah, little.
Little? I thought,
bass.
And now your family, you got what, 2 boys? Or?
Yeah, Bo and Tad.
And they both are playing?
They play a little bit, yeah, both of them plays a little.
Okay. Where did you learn most of your tunes?
Oh, from Dad and Dean.
All right, tell about your family then, your dad and your mom and uncles and everything. Did everybody play music?
Just my immediate dad and mom. My uncles, as far as I know, nobody played except Mom and Dad.
Did your grandparents play, you know?
I don't know, come along too late in life.
Yeah, too late. What'd your mom play?
Oh, she could play a French harp pretty good.
Okay, all right.
And a guitar, but she was busy raising kids. She didn't spend much.
When did you start playing?
Oh, gosh, I don't know, Gordon. When I was 6 or 7, I suppose, a little.
From the other? You learned from your brothers?
On Sunday afternoons around the table.
Anybody else you learned from in particular that influenced
you?
Well,
I never seen nobody till I was grown outside of my brothers.
Yeah, all right. Now
Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, well, a lot of them learned that too. You got any particular fiddlers you like in particular?
All of them.
All of them,
yeah. I like them all. Never seen a bad fiddler.
Yeah, that's right.
I never seen a bad fiddler.
Let's see, what else I going to ask you? See how my mind's going blank now. I got you and it turned out good because Lacey, I talked to him on the way down, and now you're here, so that's good. So I'll send this in the next day or two to Mark up there because he said probably August or September on this one on there, and so let's see. Well, of course that's it, the main family. But now all the 8 still living. Didn't one?
All 8 kids still. Okay. All fortunate. My oldest brother is 81 and I'm 62, so we've been awful fortunate.
Did you get a copy of that picture I made that one time down there at Compton Ridge of all of you together? You should have.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably did.
Yeah, I think I gave. I don't know if I gave Dean enough of them or not.
I don't know.
He's got one. I said. But anyway, well, and they all still pretty much play, don't they?
Yeah. Everybody having a good time.
Yeah.
Enjoying everybody.
Dean's still going strong.
Yeah, pretty strong.
Where do most of your tunes you learned, they were mostly family?
Just old square dance family type stuff.
Did you play for square dances?
Yeah, lots when I was a kid.
Yeah. And I guess the family would almost be a family band playing
for them, yeah, them other boys had already kind of quit before I got big enough to go to playing, but I played a lot of square dances back when teenage kids.
Now, where were you born?
I was born in Lamar.
Lamar, okay. That's where Dean lives now. And that you live in Nevada now.
I live in Nevada. Didn't get 30 miles away from home.
30 miles, I was going to say about 30 miles away. Do they still have any dancing up there?
No, that's kind of thing of the past. The old square dances there. All the old timers has moved on. And
well, shoot, that ought to be enough for him because I know he's got a lot of information from Dean too.
Sure
I thought he did, but this would be at least we know who you are and everything. I'll send him that, and that'll be enough to. You don't remember any particular things that happened, but because of music, I mean, did you any dances? You played mostly square dances around there.
Lots of square dances, yeah. When I was a kid.
A few ruckuses at those. I'm
sure. I suppose there was, but it's pretty calmed down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I played a lot of square dances. I sure did. Worked hard.
Yeah.
For $3 or $4 a night.
That's what it was. Listen, I think that'll be enough then. And if he needs any more, he can call you. But he'll do that.
In 26.
In
Joplin.
Yeah, in Joplin, Missouri. And was yours a musical family?
Dad was a fiddle player. He was born in Conway, and
Conway,
Arkansas.
Conway, Arkansas.
That's Horchie practically settled at Conway at the farm drive. In fact, that 268 that goes across South End, that's Horchie Boulevard.
Huh.
But Dad was raised in Conway, and Mom was born down Harrison. And
was his dad? Was there other musicians before him, or did he have uncles or anything?
I don't think Grandpa was.
What about uncles and aunts? Did you have any of those that played?
I think I had an uncle that was a fiddle player, Henry, I believe they called him.
Yeah.
But the first time Mom ever seen him was at Fort Smith at the 4th of July picnic. Dad and his buddy was riding a mule-powered merry-go-round playing music for the ride, see?
Yeah.
But Dad died in 1935 when I was 8 years old, almost 9. But I told Mom, long before I ever started playing fiddle, that I thought I could play a fiddle.
Yeah.
And my brother had got no fiddle. I think he gave $3 for it, something. Had it hanging on the wall on a nail, and I could tune that darn thing, and I had good ears. I was eating breakfast one morning. I asked Mom. I said, "You wonder if my brother Claude would let me play that?" She said, "Well, ask him." And heck, I was up then. I think I was 18.
Yeah.
And I asked him about it, and he said, "Well, you can have it. Just take it. I don't want it." And I could tune it, and I could play a tune, and I just took it off. And I didn't know what key I'd played in.
Yeah.
I played for, I guess, a year before I ever learned what key I'd
Regular tuning?
Huh?
Regular tuning?
Yeah.
Not cross tune? Just regular tuning.
We used to cross tune for Black Mountain Rag.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't grow up.
Polly Ann and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
But no, mostly, I grew up when I was playing. In fact, I hadn't even played anywhere till a band come down one night and got me to play a fiddle well, it was a dance contest for an hour.
Yeah.
Because their fiddle player got lit up, and fell out on the floor.
That's where they came and got you out?
Yeah, got me out of bed.
Yeah.
And then they hired me that night, and I told them, I said, "My gosh," I said, I don't even know what key I'm playing in. And they just laughed at me and said, "They'd know." And went on. They come up and said I had real good timing, better than the drunk, but anybody got better timing than the drunk. But we played around Joplin there and all the clubs and
so you're basically you're a dance fiddler. Really.
Dance fiddler, yeah. See, we didn't. I knew a lot of the old standard hold downs.
Yeah.
But we didn't have anybody to the hornpipes and the reels and stuff like that. I didn't lend them to.
Did you have any square dancing?
Yeah, but everybody played Raggedy Ann.
Oh yeah.
8th of January, Down Yonder, and Cindy, and
now this is all around Joplin.
This plain old.
It's all around Joplin then. Yeah.
I played all over the country. When I was in Fort Knox in 51, 52, I joined up with Special Services and played with USO tours, and we toured the hospitals down there mostly and played for the veterans. And, but we had a lot of fun, and I went to West Coast, lived 11 years, and I got hooked up with 2 good bands out there and played. But it was dance, just dance music.
Yeah. Well, tell me some of some of those places you played in Joplin there.
Well,
they were pretty rough, some of them, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't out on West 7th?
You bet. Tom's Club out on West 7th Street out there.
Yeah, I remember West 7th Street.
It hold 400 people.
Yeah.
And I've seen 400 in there fighting.
Yeah.
You bet you boy, they'd turn the lights out. And, back when they delivered beer in bottles, our piano was beat all to heck, But then they finally stabbed a cop there one night, and they closed it,
Yeah.
But I played
there.
Where
was that on 7th? Where was that? Way
out West 7th.
Out past range, past
it's just past Schifferdecker.
Okay.
Yeah, between the Black Hat and
almost
Schifferdecker.
to Kansas then, weren't you?
It was,
close.
Let's see, it was 2.5 miles west of Main Street.
Yeah. I remember, I grew up out.
But we played at the SBA Hall Room. We played at every one of those little, the Rock Inn and Breezy Hill and oh gosh, just the little joints, that's all it was, where they go in there and get knocked out. And oh, it's rugged on it.
You never, of course, I remember hearing one fiddler say that they're checking that the safest place to be at those dances was on the stage.
Well,
if you
by golly, I don't know.
If you can stay up there,
I've got beer bottles coming in,
Well, yeah, that's right.
They don't give you a lot of choice either.
No.
But we played on KFSB there in Joplin, and
so you played some on radio then too,
KSWM there on 10th and Main.
Yeah.
And
did you ever play up at Pittsburgh, or you ever play up at Pittsburgh? What's that, KOAM Pittsburgh?
I've been up there, but I never did go up there and play. I could have. I was asked to go up and play a guest on the A.J. Kraft program, but it was 35 miles, and we just didn't care about going. Yeah. We played for a long time at Carthage on KDMO, the radio house.
Yeah.
Then when I got out of service, Western swing never was my bag, but I could play it. Bob Wills, Johnny Lee Wills all played that stuff. And they had a guy there named Chris Jeter had a upholstery shop, and he got a band together. There's 11 of it. We had some good musicians, but it was Western swing.
Yeah.
And we were playing all over the country, getting some good bookings. But he charged $1,500 a night, and we didn't know it, but he was giving us bad checks. And his wife worked at the bank in Neosho, was a big shot down there, and they held him up. And I was cashing mine out at what we call the feed store out there, where we bought our gas and pop and stuff. I went in one Sunday morning to cash my check, and it was for $200, and they'd take out a little bit for taxes. And he said, yeah, I could cash it, but he said, what are we going to do with these 3 others? I said, what are you talking about? And here I am with 4 $200 checks, you know. Man, I had to run to the bank and hawk my car and everything to pay him back. But we couldn't find that old boy. He left. Yeah. But man, you talk about her.
Well, who influenced your fiddling as much as anybody, if you can think
Do what now?
Who influenced your fiddling as much as anything?
Tommy Jackson, and Dale Potter. Well, actually, Dale Potter didn't so much. I didn't get to know him until later. But Tommy Jackson and Benny Martin was the 2 that I liked. And
tell about Doogie.
Huh?
Tell about Doogie. Doogie, what's his name? Who were some of those other fiddlers you knew around Joplin there?
Oh, well, old Doogie Dalton was old time, but he was almost like a violin player. Yeah. He could play the prettiest, if he wasn't too snowed under, you know. He could play some prettiest music, or I thought, that you ever heard. Him and Bobby Decker was a good fiddle player. George Friend just died here a while back, and he was the one that I took his place up there at Tom's Club. They had a lot of Pat Beavers and Charlie Comer, but they were all just mediocre. You know, they didn't do. They could play a few tunes. And
mostly backup in the band.
Yeah,
and everything.
They couldn't get up and play for a dance, like stand up for 3 hours.
Yeah. And, well, where did you learn any tunes from those fellas?
Oh yeah.
Not from Tommy Jackson. I mean from the locals over there. You know.
Well, I learned that old Doogie Dalton played one called "Family While I Dream." That I learned.
Yeah, that's a pretty tune. That's real pretty.
No, it seemed like them old boys. The only thing if they do Raggedy Ann, 8th of January and Down Yonder, they're doing real good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know, it's funny, but you go to a house party, and if you play Shantytown or Riding Down a Canyon, they thought you was the most wonderful fiddle player in the world. It's something else. We went to Chillicothe in '51 up there drilling deep well out there for oil test. Got acquainted with some people named Sykes, Forrest and Elaine.
And it was, you know what happened there, don't you?
Windstorm.
That's where that truck went through that house.
Oh, a truck went through it?
Yeah. Woodard was sitting in the living room.
Weren't to kill anybody.
Didn't kill her, but I never heard any more. But she was seriously injured. Go ahead. The truck driver died. A truck driver died. They figured he had a heart attack.
But we went up there and had dirt roads out there in the farm country, and we got acquainted with some people. We were playing a little music, and boss's son, Gerald Sill, was a good second on guitar. So they decided they'd have a music party out there in that farm country. And we were 12 miles south of Chillicothe and about 9 miles west at a community called Don.
Yeah.
Well, they said, now, if it don't rain, we'll have a good crowd. Now, we was on dirt roads out there. Said, if it rains, we'll have a crowd anyway. Well, we had a company Jeep, and it rained for 3 days and nights. And we went over in the Jeep, and I ain't lying to you, Gordon, for a half mile on every road around there, they was farm tractors with a trailer behind it. Them people was in there. They had a 3-story house, and it was full in the mud. This old boy's name was Irv Runkle. And we had a good time. He had bought a fiddle in 1935, I think he said, from Sears, which was a Roth, which was probably a ER freshener. But he didn't like it. Well, I thought it sounded wonderful. It had a real sharp, clear. It needed a mute for it needed. But he was pretty old then. And then this was in '51, and then I guess in '97, Travis Emmons wanted me to go up with him. We'd go up to Chillicothe and play that contest.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about working up there in '51. He said, well, you know anybody up here? And I said, oh, Lord. I said, since '51. I said, I would know Elaine and Forrest Sykes, but I said, you know, they may both be dead. Well, we got up and played the contest, and they were going to judge it and have a few other little things there.
Yeah.
So we went out to the car, started out to my car to get a lunch that Travis and wife had packed, and a group of older people came out toward us, and they announced me as Lacey. Well, when I grew up, everybody called me Gene.
Yeah.
My name was Lacey Eugene, and I didn't get Lacey until I went in the Army. But anyway, this crowd came up, and this blonde-haired woman, she said, Lacey? I said, yes, you know. She said, do you know a Gene Hartje? And I laughed, and I said, yeah, but don't you tell nobody. And she laughed, and I said, I'll bet you're Elaine Sykes. And she said, yes, I am. And Travis Sykes fell over, see. I hadn't seen this woman since 1951. And I said, well, where's Forrest? And she said, well, Lacey said, died 2 years ago. Said he went out and set up a sawmill one morning and had a heart attack. But I met her and hadn't seen her for all them time. But it's just things like that in the music world that you get, you know.
That's...
I lost the best guitar player I ever seen in my life, and I can't find him. I suppose he's dead now. But he was from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, named Chester Wayne Hopkins.
Chester what?
Chester Wayne Hopkins, and he went by the name of Hoppy, or Chet Wayne. And that man was a guitar player. I don't care, you could took any fiddler, I'm including Dale Paul and them all, and they could have just mentioned a song and started playing it, and he wouldn't care what it was, and he wouldn't care what key it was in. He just was right with them. I never seen anything like it. And I can't find him. I just wish I could. We had more fun playing. we were playing at the Green Parrot in Galena. I mean, they were. Their fiddle player got stabbed.
Galena, Kansas.
Yeah. Their fiddle player got stabbed, and my brother's father-in-law told them about me, and they was looking for a fiddler. So they came down home one day and got me. And we went over to we was setting up in there. Boy, it's cold. We was carrying stuff up, and a local musician, well, his brother was a real good steel guitar player, Bob English from Belleville. But this older brother named Bub come up there, and he's always pretty well shot on beer, you know. And I was up there setting up a mic. He walked up there and he looked at me and kind of read back on his heel, and he said, "You're not thinking about playing with these guys?" And I said, "Well, sure." He said, "You're not good enough to play with them guys." And I said, "Sure, but I'm going to play with them anyway."
Yeah.
Well, nobody good enough around there to play with them.
Yeah.
But he said, "Why, you're not going to play with these guys, you know." But we've had some real good. Funny things happen to you. My brother's father-in-law thought I was the best fiddle player in the world, and I wasn't. I mean, but they belonged to a fox hunting club over in Galena, or over in Camden. And they were going to have a fiddles contest over by Devil's Promenade, and that's out southwest. So Mr. Johnston wanted me to go, and I said, Mr. Johnston, I said, I'm not all that good. And he said, well, you go. So they went down, and my brother-in-law went with me, and actually he wasn't even my brother-in-law then, just going with sister. He took a little guitar with him, and we got down there, and they had 7 fiddle players and not 1 guitar player. And Gordon had to play for all of them.
Yeah.
So they got up and announced, said, now we're going to award prizes of 3 prizes, 15, 10, and 5. And boy, that big money back then.
Yeah.
We're going to award the prizes by the applause of the audience. And they was probably 300 or 400 people out there.
Yeah.
So we got up there and played, and right off, I had more applause and all the rest of it put together, see? Well, they got together and they changed it. They got up there and said, well, they changed it. They picked 3 judges to award the prize. And George Friend, which was the best fiddle player there, really, the one that I replaced on that dance contest.
When was this probably?
Huh?
When was this probably?
This was probably in 48, about 48. Could have been early 48.
Yeah.
Fall. It's either fall of 48 or 49.
After the war, though.
Yeah. It was after the war.
Yeah.
And so, no, now I take that back, Gordon. That's before I went playing for Tom. For Stanley. So this was probably about 46.
Okay.
But anyway, George Friend won it, and I forget who won the other 2. But they didn't pay old Gordon any money at all. They used him, but they took and my brother's father-in-law got so mad, he read the riot act to him and he resigned from their club. He said he didn't associate with crooks. Then Gordon went over there and stirred up the fuss. It kind of tickled me, you know. Hell, they were 2 fiddle players there better than I was.
They weren't organized. That's the worst thing about some of these contests.
Little bitty old.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to set them up and how to run them. And
well, you know,
they offend people, you know.
We went, I know a guy there in Springfield named Red Million, and he was down there in Shellnobbin. He was working for Roadway, and they'd stationed him down there, and he had a fiddle contest down there one year. We all went down, and he's a bluegrass. He's got a group, a little bluegrass group, and they're pretty good. He picks the banjo. And got this fiddle contest started, stopped it right in the middle and had a bluegrass show.
Yeah.
And that don't work, you know. The judges forget the first one.
Yeah.
So I took second place, and the Hammer girl, what's her name?
Hammer sisters. Now, Hensley, Violet Hensley. No, that's down here.
No, Ruth
Hawkins.
Yeah, she took first place, and I took second. So when we walked off the stage, she came out here. She said, "I didn't win that first place. You did." And I said, "No, you won it. You got to go with the judges, you know." So I guess Red got a lot of static from that. Red did. So he called me one day and he said, "Lacey," said, "well, what did you think of the fiddle contest?" And I said, "Well, you want me to talk as a friend, or you want me to tell you what I really thought?" And he said, "No, I'd like to know." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "I've known you a long time, but to start with, you never break a fiddle contest up to put a bunch of other stuff in there, because judges are very short limited on their minds." I said, "That's why fiddle players wants to be the last one on the show, because they got a better chance of winning."
Yep.
And I said another thing. I said, Ruth and Lillian Hammer came up here. They wasn't Hammer Hawkins.
Yeah.
I said, they came up and talked to us, and we asked them if they were going to play. And then Ruth said, "No, I don't think I'm going to play." But they waited till everybody had drawn. Then she went up and drawed, and then they put her on first. They're supposed to put her on the back end,
Yeah.
according to all the fiddle players I've ever talked to. But, you know, he never called me after that. I guess I made him mad at him.
Well, you surely beat Ruth Hammer.
Huh?
You surely beat Ruth Hawkins, Ruth Hammer. I mean,
She said I did there that. Everybody else I talked to said I did. But she was in the last half. I was in the front half.
Yeah.
And, you know, they had an hour bluegrass show between them. My mind, I couldn't even remember the names of the fiddle players that played. You know, I could. I got my flyer from Warsaw. I guess I'll go up there again.
When is that?
It's the 6th, I believe, of June. I'm not sure. The Jubilee Day.
I've never been up there. I mean,
Ain't never been? It's really nice.
To Warsaw. I've heard a lot of people talk about it.
If you do go there,
Stone Kings and Travis always went. You know, I hear now Junior Marriott's divorced.
Do it now.
Junior Marriott's divorced. Marriott's divorced now.
Yeah, now that if you go up there, go up 65, and it'll say, you know, go down to Warsaw, just pull off and go across over, go down there, and when the road fork, pull down to your right left, and just follow that right around, go right up town, and then turn to your left, go down one block, and they're right on that river.
Okay.
It's a good place.
Yeah.
But I've played it, I guess, 4 times, and I've won it 3 times, and Pete McCann won it one time, and I took second behind him.
You know he died, didn't you?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died, let's see, in February. He died in February.
My little buddy that I grew up with down in Johnston, Rocky Morgan, died here a couple of weeks ago. They found him in a trailer. He had been laying in a coma for 24 hours, and they waited too long to get him, and his brain went.
Yeah.
Well, it hurt.
Did you know Bill Mustang?
Uh-huh.
He died, you know.
Bill Mustang did.
He died about a week after Pete.
Oh,
But Bill's had cancer. Of course, Pete's been in bad health for a long time.
You know, Bob, my brother's had cancer for 15 years, and he's had everything cut out and off. And by golly, he was doing pretty good. He called me the other day. He fell and broke his left arm. I told him he was out the house. Looky there, they've been something big hit there.
Yeah.
Was that a cow?
Cow or something. That's what it looks like.
Anyway, I told him, I said, you know, if you didn't have
or
that...
deer. I bet it's a deer.
I don't think it's a deer. Couldn't have been a deer.
Don't think so?
Oh, no, had too much blood. Yeah. I told my brother, I said, if it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have no luck at all. Oh, you know, you can have a lot of fun in music.
Yeah.
We played a lot of music parties.
Get yourself in a mess, too, if you don't watch out.
Do what?
Get yourself in a mess, too, if you don't watch out.
Oh, heck, I tell you.
You got to learn when to be quiet. You know, some of these people get a little too serious.
Well, you go to these little, just like Mansfield, you go to all these little bitty places where they're playing in a schoolhouse, like down at McDowell or something.
Yeah.
A lot of them, I know, I played with Carl Cook and the Echo Valley Boys for years out there. He'd get these little bitty old places and just go play for nothing. And we went off out somewhere way the heck off down southeast.
Over around Johnston.
Somewhere around there, but down toward the Arkansas line, down there, a little old schoolhouse. And they had invited him down, the people that put this show on. So me and him and Macker went down there, And they had this little band up there playing. And when they got an intermission, well, this guy got up there and said, well, so I invited Carl Cook and his lead guitar player and fiddle player down, so they're going to play for us for a little bit through an intermission, you know. And this band got mad and went home.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that stuff happen. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. But it's a lot of fun. But it's addictive, isn't it?
Oh, I tell you. You know, you can have a lot of fun with a darn instrument, though, and get around. You meet a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. Meet a lot of people.
We went down last fall. We went down to Mount Vernon, that little one they had down there, you know.
Yeah.
Fiddle company. Oh, it rained. They had it set up beautiful. Had a nice crowd. And the kids started playing, and man, the rain came and everything was gone. Well, I just knew they was going to stop it because we backed up against the north side of the building looking at it, you know, here on the square. And boy, they got there, and boy, they took all the electrical stuff and put it inside, and then they had this little covered trailer. So the three judges got up there in a chair right in the wall and said, no, we're going on with it. So we walked up there one at a time and played for them with no electric or anything, you know. So I was right behind Levi Road, and Levi and Bob Nichols was going to lead rhythm for me. And I think I was either the next to the last or the last. Bob said, what are you going to do, Lazy? And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I've seen them old judges there looking. I said, I'm going to give them what they want. And I like to try to play trash tunes, you know.
Yeah.
And my last, I played Over the Waves from a waltz. And for my last tune, I played Cindy and played it just like I'd play it for a square dance and shuffle it and just tore it up and won that contest. So when I walked off the stage, Levi's dad said, or his grandpa said, I knew you were going to win that. I know you were going to win it. And Don Johnston, the wreath stander, and Don said, looked at me and he said, I didn't know you could play that good. I said, Don, I can't. I said, you know, my fiddle just like an old wagon wheel. You know, he's a farmer, you know.
Yeah.
I said, all it does is squeak and everything, but I said, when you get it a third full of water, there ain't no squeaks in it.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do. You know, you got to watch the judges. If you could just have it, if a fiddle player could just walk up to the stage and know the tunes the judges like.
Yeah.
But you don't always know that.
I still, though, I prefer, like we're going to tonight, I prefer a jam show where there's no competition.
Well,
and what's happened to these contests, you're getting some of these hot young, and they're good, you know, but they're a different type of fiddling than
just
the
like
old
the judges.
Fiddling. Yeah.
The judges can hurt you.
Oh, yeah.
The last time I played at Sedalia, at State Fair, is when Travis lost the senior. He had lost that to Junior Marriott.
Yeah.
And I lost it to some old boy. I took second, so did Travis. Then found out there's one judge that was kind of ticked at Travis, and this other judge thinks that a left-handed fiddle player is a show-off, and they knock you 6 or 8 points on each tune.
Yeah, I know, I've heard that.
Yeah, but why? I mean, you're not trying to show. You look crazy as heck when you stand up there, but you know, it's your way. If I get my fiddle going, if Roy Craft gets it going, I'm gonna go one more time. I played it 3 times up there, and I took second place twice and 5th once, I think it was, or 7th once. I don't know what. But I'm going back one more time. I'd kind of like to win that one time.
Oh, I've seen some near fights.
I've
seen some near fights, almost fights at these contests a lot of times.
You know, it's funny. Travis told me up there that he, I knew Pete and I talked to him quite a bit, you know. He had to have a cherry on him. And when I was on stage playing at Eaton, I followed him up there. That's the year he beat me. And
Pete McCann?
Yeah. And so whenever it was over, Travis came out there laughing and said, I'm going to tell you something. He said, you know Pete? And I said, yeah. He said, I have never heard him give anybody a compliment. And he said, he called me over and he said, Travis, come here. He said, he said, come on, Pete. He said, who is that there, that left-handed guy, that Lacey you're talking to is playing? Travis said, well, that Lacey Horse, he said, a good friend of mine. He said, well, he's a friendly kind of guy. I said, I don't know him, but I said, I'll tell you one thing, he sure as hell is a damn good fiddle player. That's what. And Travis said he couldn't get over old Pete saying that.
I've seen Pete, Sarah's his wife's name. I've seen them so mad that they'd have had a gun, they'd have shot the judges. When Pete didn't win, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and, you know, we played at, what was that place down at Branson one time?
Well, that world fiddling thing there, and then they had that mutton holly you're talking about. Where they had the big tent set up and it rains so bad.
It rains so bad, yeah.
Well,
you know, they announced him, but he wouldn't go up and play.
Yeah.
And then I seen him out there at the fairgrounds one day. He was over playing. I didn't know who he was. And I tried. I asked Fred Stone King, and I described him, and they didn't know. I understood he was from Oklahoma. But I asked him if he could do Benny Martin's Big Tiger Special. And he said, I'll see anything. And of course, he's like me, he has to think, you know. But boy, pretty soon now, he played that like it should be played nowadays. But I still didn't know who he was.
Well, you know Herman Johnston? Oh, not Herman. You know him?
I know. I've seen
white-haired man. Was this guy white-haired with glasses?
Yeah, the one that he
won the national out of Weezer 5 times.
Yeah.
Then another one they used as a judge a lot was Jack. The real black-haired guy. He was part Cherokee. Jack, gosh, isn't that terrible? I can't think of his name. He passed away here not long ago. But they used those are the two Oklahomans I can think of. They used as judges over in here. Probably Herman's the one you're talking about.
I understand that Tommy Jackson and Dale Potter both won that several years.
Well, not that contest.
Not that one.
No, that's the first time they were even trying to have that.
Oh.
No, I don't.
I mean, I thought you were talking about Weezer.
Oh no, yeah, Weezer. Yeah. Oh no, I'm talking about this.
There's a guy that
Herman had won it a few times.
Yeah. Now there's a guy, and I know him. Byron Berline.
Yeah.
They say he's just probably the best fiddle player in the United States.
And in his type of fiddling, yeah. But he's, you know, that the best means what? It means the best of his style. But there's so many styles.
I always told everybody, and it was just, of course, that was me. But I thought that Benny Martin and Gordon Terry were the best old hold-down fiddlers there was. They probably people that could do a lot better on other tunes they could, but just right down on hold-down, boy, now them guys could lay it in.
I think Tommy Jackson, for me, that's still the one that really.
I don't know
the old-time fiddling, you know.
Tommy was commercial, just strict commercial. See, that's the only person that Ray Price would have on his recording, with Tommy.
Yeah.
I was playing at the Breezy Hill out there north of Carterville one night, and a couple came up there. They'd been to Nashville, and we was getting ready to take an intermission and was talking to them, and this lady said, I saw you down in Nashville last Saturday night. And I said, you didn't see me? She said, oh, yes, I did. I said, no, ma'am. I said, I've never been to Nashville. And she said, well, I would have swore that was you. And I knew it was Tommy Jackson because that's where Dale Potter came in. I said, what color was his hair? And she said, black. And I'm standing there just as white-headed. I said, what color's my hair? And she laughed. She said, well, excuse me. She said, you play just like Tommy Jackson. I said, no, I don't. No, I don't. She said, yes, you do. I said, no, he plays just like I do.
He may have been commercial, but he sure influenced a lot of tunes that traditional fiddlers play. Art and Lonnie played. I don't remember if Lonnie played much of his stuff. Lonnie Robertson never admitted he played anybody else's stuff. But Art played it, and I know a guy named Lacey. I'm not Lacey.
He played one called
a guy from Stafford, but there was a bunch of them that I know a lot of fiddlers played Tommy Jackson stuff. Yeah. Kind of like now today they play Kenny Baker stuff. You know, a lot of them.
Yeah. Tommy had one called Uncle Joe. He played, and it was like Cotton Eye Joe played a little bit.
Yeah.
But Tommy, he wasn't very old when he died either.
No, he drank himself to death.
Huh?
He drank himself to death.
What it was?
Yeah.
They said a brain tumor.
39 was he? Something like that. 36 or 39. So he was in his 30s. But they said he also, now he may have had, you know how stories go, but he evidently really had a drinking problem.
Every one of them did have.
Yeah.
Dale Potter just about drank himself to death and came back, but cancer got him, you know.
Yeah.
I told old Travis that I had heard Dale Potter do stuff that no other fiddler could do, you know. And he'd kind of take it with a grain of salt, you know. And he was listening on TV one night, and they had the Grand Ole Opry on late. I was in bed asleep. After it's over, he got me out. He called me on the phone. He said, Archie, I said, what are you doing this late? He said, I got to apologize to you. And